What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you about how you need to stop chasing that nut like my boy Scrat from Ice Age. Did you see the amount of times, movie after movie, how detrimental, how devastating it is to chase that nut? My boy didn't get nowhere. In that same fashion, you chasing that nut, those urges that need to fulfill yourself, to release, to be happy, it's just not going to get you nowhere. You constantly get in trouble. You're constantly in a place that is setting you up for failure. And even when you do get it, you're still not satisfied. So it still slips out of your grasp, that happiness, that joy. It continuously gets robbed, and he's never happy. He's never happy. Only for that small second that he gets it. And then it goes and he's chasing it again and again and again, putting his life in danger, going to the ends of the earth just to get a nut, just to satisfy himself. Think about it. Think about how much this squirrel has suffered in the same manner you have suffered, just because you're trying to fulfill those urges, just because you're trying to chase that nut. It just does not work. Now we're going to take it one step further. Most of us are trying to get that nut like Scrat. But if you recall, on one of the movies, a female finally came into the picture, right? The female version of Scrat. And I believe her name is Scratay. And if you remember correctly, my boy lost sight of his nut, right? He kind of forgot about it. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? He kind of gave that up. Ooh. These motherfuckers. Now, if you recall in the movie, a female version of Scrat came in, right? And my boy lost sight of his main goal, his nut, right? Which is, I guess, kind of cool. And then he started chasing, started simping, started drooling for the girl. And that girl was paying him no top of mind, just playing with his feelings, just dragging him along, basically friend zoning him, right? And you see their relationship play out, how she continuously sets him up and my boy continuously falls. Same thing, man. Y'all are doing the same thing as my boy Scrat. If you're not trying to get that nut on your own, you're trying to get that pussy, and that pussy setting you up for failure. And that pussy is putting you in situations you should not be in. She is making you fall. She is draining you. She is frustrating you. She is putting you in life-threatening situations as well. And as I was doing this little research on these little characters, right? Come to find out, if you recall, Disney came out with Scrat's own little show of shorts. And in these little shorts, his son came into the picture. And come to find out, this is the legitimate son of Scrat and Scratay. And where was the mother the entire time in this film? She wasn't even in it. My boy was handling his son the entire time, trying to be a father, trying to love on his kid. And you did not see the mother in the entire time. And again, this is not to bash on women. This is just to make you realize that a woman is gonna set you up for failure. A woman is gonna drain you, get your seed, is gonna have a baby with you and complicate your life. When instead, my boy could have just stuck to getting his nut. But I'm not condoning that either. The main thing to take from this, guys, is don't chase your own nuts and don't chase that pussy. Chase your goals and your dreams and stay disciplined to you so you can build yourself up as a man, so you can then find a quality woman in the future if that is your goal. And if not, man, just build yourself up, enjoy life, read, build up your mental, build up your physique. Health is wealth. Get that nutrition in order so you can be happy. All your happiness starts within yourself. You cannot seek validation. You cannot seek happiness from anybody else. That responsibility is only yours. You cannot depend on anybody else to make you happy, especially when you're trying to engage in low vibrational actions that are not out of love, that are not beneficial. And when you're pouring so much into the other person, that love isn't being reciprocated. That energy isn't being reciprocated. You feel me? So all my men out there, take lessons from Ice Age. Take lessons from my boy Scrat, because he done suffered a lot, and I'm trying to get you to realize that you are that squirrel chasing that nut. You are that squirrel chasing that pussy. And if you've watched any of these movies, you know it does not end well for him, and it will not end well for you. Stay up, my kings. I'll catch you on the next one.